I want working moms to imagine what's possible and ask for it, because too many of us don't. And we can create the possibilities even if you don't do it yourself. For instance, I'm on my way to a 2-day conference. I'm sure there are some entrepreneurs out there who would like to go to this conference, but they are moms of young children and they're home with their children, and it just doesn't seem feasible to go. They can't bring their children, they imagine. They can't pay for 2 days worth of childcare to go to this conference for a business maybe they're just starting and not making a lot of money with. They don't imagine the possibilities because they don't think that they exist, and they don't know how to make them happen. But if you ask for the possibilities, then perhaps others can make it happen. I had a meeting yesterday with a woman who runs a wonderful conference, and after the conference I went up to her and asked, have you ever thought of having a separate childcare space for working moms who want to come to this conference, where they could bring their children and they would be able to attend? And she said, no, I hadn't thought of that. And she said, let's talk about ways that we can make that happen. Let's ask the attendees, not just those attending, but those who might possibly be interested in attending, if this would open up some possibilities to them. I opened up possibilities in my life that changed my entire life by making a joke about the possibilities, because I didn't think that they were really something that could happen. And I'm so glad I made that joke. My son was 6 months old. It was my first child. I had been working at a station as a television reporter, and I was working 5 days a week, and I took time off, not really intending to come back, not really knowing what was going to happen. I was on the freelance roster, so I wasn't a full-time staff member, but I went to visit with my son when he was 6 months old, and I told the managing editor that I missed that place, and he said, oh, we really miss you. We would love to see you come back. And I said, that's very flattering. I would love to be able to be back here, but it wouldn't work for me at this stage unless I was working like 1 or 2 days a week. I really want to devote that time to my child. I live a long distance from the station. I wouldn't want to be away 5 days a week. And he said, I think we could arrange that. And it blew me away. I was literally throwing something out as like an offhand remark, like a joke. I did not think that it could happen. And indeed it did happen. And it happened for 15 years. It was the core of my career in journalism, and it led the way for so many other things in my life. Even through something simple like a long commute that I hated, and I ended up listening to audiobooks that also changed my life because they introduced me to the idea of entrepreneurship, and I created a side hustle and then eventually a second business, and now I'm on my third business, my tech startup business, which is focused on helping working moms. And I want working moms to tell me what they imagine about the possibilities of childcare so I can make it happen. Just tell us what you're looking for, what possibilities you might imagine, and let others manifest it and make it happen for you.